Ever found yourself gazing at the stars, pondering the age-old question, who is God really? It's a question as vast as the cosmos, and today, we're going to try and grapple with it. Picture this. You're in a room with the lights off, and you spot a switch on the wall. You flip it, expecting the room to light up, but instead you hear a faint mooing sound. Confused? Well, that's because you've just encountered the infamous moo switch. It's a little like trying to answer our big question. You think you're going to get a straightforward answer, but instead, you're left scratching your head over a mooing light switch. This video isn't about providing a definitive answer. Instead, it's about exploring the question itself and the many ways people from all walks of life have tried to answer it. After all, the question who is God is not just about theology or philosophy. It's a question about culture, history, and personal belief. It's a question that has shaped civilizations and sparked debates, wars, and peace. It's a question that has guided the moral compass of billions and inspired some of the greatest works of art and literature. But why is this question so important? Why does it matter so much to us? Perhaps it's because it's a question about meaning, purpose, and the nature of existence itself. It's a question that pushes us to explore beyond our immediate surroundings and to grapple with the mysteries of the universe. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer here. This is a space for exploration and discovery, a place where we can dive into the depths of this profound question together. Before we dive deeper, give that like button a click and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Now prepare for a journey of divine exploration. God, an entity of many forms, many names, and many interpretations. Let's dive into the fascinating world of diverse beliefs and how different religions perceive God. It's like a kaleidoscope of faiths, each with its unique reflections and interpretations of the divine. To start, we have monotheistic religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. These faiths believe in one singular, all-powerful God. Christians call him Yahweh, Muslims refer to him as Allah, and in Judaism he is often referred to as Adonai. Despite the different names, the underlying belief remains the same: a singular, omnipresent, omnipotent deity. Then we have polytheistic religions such as Hinduism, where multiple gods and goddesses are worshipped, each representing different aspects of life and the universe. For instance, Brahma is considered the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. It's a fascinating pantheon of deities, each with their unique stories and roles. Buddhism, on the other hand, takes a different approach. Instead of focusing on a god or gods, it emphasizes the path of enlightenment, with Buddha as a guide, not a god. It's more about the journey of self-discovery and liberation from suffering. And let's not forget about indigenous religions like those of the Native Americans or Australian Aboriginals. They often revere a multitude of spirits present in nature, showcasing a profound connection between the divine and the natural world. It's like a grand tapestry, isn't it? Each strand representing a different belief, a different perception of God, all woven together to form the diverse spiritual fabric of humanity. And yet, despite these differences, there's a common thread that binds us all: the quest for understanding, for meaning, for connection with something greater than ourselves. Isn't it fascinating how varied our perceptions can be? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Beyond religion, philosophers have also grappled with the notion of God. And their viewpoints on the divine have been as varied and rich as the tapestry of human thought itself. Let's take a stroll through the philosophical park, shall we? Our first stop is with the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. He proposed the concept of a prime mover, an entity that set the universe in motion and continues to inspire motion without itself being moved. According to Aristotle, this prime mover was God, eternal, perfect, and fundamentally unknowable. Fast forward to the 17th century, and we encounter René Descartes, a French philosopher who famously said, "I think, therefore I am." Descartes argued for the existence of God as a perfect being, a concept he believed could only have originated from a perfect being itself. His God was not only the creator of the universe, but also the sustainer, continually maintaining the existence of everything that is. Now let's jump to the 18th century and meet Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher who had a rather different take. Kant proposed that while we cannot know God through reason alone, we can have faith in a moral law within us that points to the existence of a divine moral lawgiver. These are just a few philosophical perspectives on the concept of God. There are countless others, each offering a unique lens through which to view the divine. From the pantheism of Baruch Spinoza, who saw God in everything, to the atheistic existentialism of Jean-Paul Sartre, who declared that God's non-existence was necessary for human freedom. Perhaps you've encountered some of these ideas before, or maybe they're entirely new to you. Either way, philosophy invites us to wrestle with these concepts, to question, to ponder, and to engage in a dialogue with others. These philosophical views certainly give us food for thought. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Science and God, two fields often viewed as separate, but what if they aren't? Now, let's dive into the realm of science and see how some of our greatest scientific minds perceive the concept of God. Among them, Albert Einstein, one of the most influential physicists of the 20th century, held a fascinating perspective. He believed in a pantheistic God, a God that is not a personal deity, but one that exists in the harmony of the universe. Einstein once said, "My religion consists of a humble admiration of the illimitable superior spirit who reveals himself in the slight details we are able to perceive with our frail and feeble minds." So for Einstein, God was not an anthropomorphic figure but rather the laws of nature themselves. Now don't get me wrong, not all scientists share Einstein's view. There is a myriad of perspectives within the scientific community. Some scientists are staunch atheists, arguing that empirical evidence does not support the existence of a God. Others are agnostic, maintaining that the existence of God is unknowable. Yet, there are scientists who believe in a personal God and see science as a tool to understand the workings of the divine. Francis Collins, the leader of the Human Genome Project, is one such example. He argues that belief in God provides the most satisfying answers to the questions of meaning and purpose in life. So we see that science and belief in God are not necessarily contradictory. It depends on one's personal interpretation of what God is and how the universe works. Some find God in the laws of physics, others in the complexity of DNA, and still others in the vastness of the cosmos. The dialogue between science and religion is ongoing, filled with questions, doubts, and revelations. It's a journey of discovery, of exploring the unknown, and of seeking answers to the most profound questions of existence. Science and belief aren't always at odds. What's your take on this? Don't shy away from sharing your thoughts in the comments. From religious beliefs to philosophical musings and scientific views, God seems to be a concept as vast as the universe itself. As we've journeyed through this complex topic, we've seen how diverse and multifaceted the notion of God can be. In the first scene, we posed the big question, who is God? A question that has fascinated humanity for millennia, sparking countless debates and discussions. We then explored how different religions perceive God, from monotheistic faiths that believe in one supreme deity, to polytheistic beliefs that hold multiple gods in reverence, and even atheistic perspectives that reject the idea of divine beings. Our journey then led us to philosophical perspectives, where we delved into some of the most profound thinkers of our time and their views on God. From the ancient Greeks, contemplating the divine, to modern-day philosophers wrestling with the notion of God in a world increasingly guided by science and technology. In the fourth scene, we navigated the scientific views on God. We discovered how some scientists perceive God as a force that set the universe in motion, while others see no need for a divine explanation, relying solely on the laws of physics and the mysteries of the cosmos. Throughout this exploration, one thing becomes clear: the concept of God is as diverse as humanity itself. It's a testament to the richness of human thought, the depth of our curiosity, and our endless pursuit of understanding. It's a topic that invites respectful dialogue, fosters empathy, and encourages us to see the world through different lenses. As we wrap up, let's remember that understanding each other's beliefs and perspectives is a step towards a more harmonious world. It's not about finding the right answer, but about understanding each other better. So, why not help spread this understanding? Share this video with others and let's broaden the conversation.